Good evening, class. Hope everyone is enjoying their days off due to the snowstorm that we are currently experiencing. I am going to now go over objective number 4 from section 1.3. I'm hoping that everyone is following along in the textbook and in the slides that were posted on Blackboard. So this is from slide 6 of the lecture notes posted for today, 128. And objective 4 is covering the 6 steps in solving an applied problem. Now, the 6 steps you can find on page 75 of the text. And the biggest thing you have to remember about the steps is that you always want to make sure you're answering the question that is actually being asked in the problem. You might have to solve for x at one point in the problem, but the question might be looking for you to solve for 75 less than x or 75 more than x. So make sure you're always solving for what the question is exactly asking for. So our examples are coming from page 83, and again, this is section 1.3, objective number 4. On page 83, we're going to start with question number 31. And 31 says, the Bermuda Triangle supposedly causes trouble for aircraft pilots. It has a perimeter of 3,075 miles. The shortest side measures 75 miles less than the middle side, and the longest side measures 375 miles more than the middle side. Find the lengths of the 3 sides. Okay, so we are going to be using the perimeter equation, and the perimeter equation for a triangle is simply perimeter equals the sum of the 3 sides. So we are given that perimeter is 3,075, and we have to figure out what our 3 sides are. Now the question refers to the middle side twice whenever they refer to the shortest and the longest. The shortest is 75 miles less than the middle side. Longest side measures 375 miles more than the middle side. So because of that, we're going to identify the middle as x. So the shortest is 75 less than, and the longest is 375 more than the middle, which we said was x. All right, so there we have our variables. So now we're going to take all of these and we're going to plug them into our equation. So perimeter is 3,075. And we take the 3 sides and add them up. And that's what we get. We have to clean up the right-hand side by combining like terms. I have 1, 2, 3 x's. And negative 75 plus 375, I can put that into my calculator, or I can do it in my head, and I get 300. Now to isolate the variable, I subtract both sides by 300. 3x is left on the right. 3075 minus 300, put that in my calculator, I get 2775. Divide by 3. I get x equals, I put that in my calculator, 925 miles. So that's the middle. Now to solve for the shortest and the longest, I take the value of x and I plug it into the other 2 equations. So I have 925 for the middle. Take that value minus 75, I get 850 for the shortest. Take the 925, add 375, and I get 1,300 for the longest, which are the answers that you see on the lecture slides. I am hoping that you are at least trying the problems on your own. Pause the video, try the question, come back and check with my work or work with me. Either way, I do see, either way is good to know how to do the problem. It's good practice. Okay, our next question for this objective is number 35. In 2011, the New York Yankees and the Philadelphia Phillies had the highest payrolls in Major League Baseball. The Phillies payroll was 29.7 million, less than the Yankees payroll, and the two payrolls totaled 375.7 million. What was the payroll for each team? So we have to find out the Phillies and the Yankees payroll. Well, since we're talking about the Phillies in terms of the Yankees, we're going to identify the Yankees as being X. And then the Phillies payroll is 29.7 million less than the Yankees. I don't need to write million here since our answer is also in terms of million. We can just include the million at the very end. And then when I add these two values up, I get the 375.7 million. So X minus 29.7 plus X equals 375.7. I have two X's, so 2X minus 29.7 equals 375.7. Add the 29.7 on both sides. I have 2X on the left, and I put this into my calculator, and I get 405.4 on the right. Divide both sides by 2. X equals, type it in my calculator, 202.7 million. And remember, this is the Yankees, because that's what we identified X as being. Now to find the Phillies, I take the X and I subtract 29.7. So to get the Phillies payroll, I take 202.7 minus 29.7, and I get 173 million. And those two denominations is what you see on the slides. So again, please try these questions by yourself. Pause the video, come back and check it again. It's the best way for you to definitely know that you understand the material we're talking about. This video is concluded. We covered objective number 4 from section 1.3. Please see the next video for the examples for objective number 5 in section 1.3.